Peace and cheers as always, folks. Flying Health Coach coming at you today on oh God, what is it today? Wednesday, number 6. Yeah, another really crummy day of weather here up in the Midwest in Minnesota. It's pretty much low IFR, really low ceilings, low clouds, just misty, right? Not really conducive of flying, unfortunately. Unless you're like doing some instrument stuff. Well, even then too, I mean, the clouds today were like, man, they were like overcast at like 200 feet, right? It was not a good day for flight instructors, to say the least. But hopefully it's a good day for the folks that are going to be watching this video and are kind of stuck on, maybe you're not making progress with exercise. Maybe you started an exercise program and you just lost motivation. Or maybe you've been doing one for a couple of months, but you're not seeing progress type of deal. We're going to discuss a little bit of all that stuff. And the meat of this video, really, it's exercise 101. We're not covering how to do strength training, sets and reps, or strength training concepts. I'm not going to give you a program. I will have a program coming out for people once that polished up a little bit, what does include an exercise program and some other tips and tricks from a meditation and spiritual perspective. So that will be coming out at some point when I finish it, completely finish it. But for today, exercise 101, right? And how do we maintain motivation? How do you get sustainable, long-term results, right? Because that's, at the end of the day, it's all that matters, right? When I was doing fitness competitions, if I didn't have the habit of exercising, if I didn't enjoy it, what I was doing, it doesn't matter if I look like if I do physique competitions to only put on 100 pounds a year later because I never actually enjoyed it or developed habits or had a good routine under my belt. So that's the big talk today. Excuse me. Where do we start with that? So exercise 101, right? So what is exercise? What is exercise? Well, moving your body, right? When people think of exercise, though, I think, and that's in everyone, but at least for me and a lot of folks I know, when you think of exercise, they think gym, right? It's the first go-to, at least what I always heard. I got to get more exercise. I got to get to the gym, which is great. Nothing wrong with the gym, right? I mean, it's obviously a great place to go if you want to get exercise and, build muscle or, just improve your health in general. But exercise, it doesn't have to be just the gym, right? If you have a goal right now and you're, Jesus, every time I do these videos, I got a cough all of a sudden. When you have a goal and your goal is that you want to lose weight or you want to build muscle, you just want to be healthier, whatever the goal is, doesn't matter, right? But you first have to define a goal, right? If your goal is to build muscle, you might have to go to the gym to do that, right? It's really hard to build muscle just going to go on a daily walk or run. It's probably not going to really happen. If your goal is just to be like healthier, yes, building muscle is healthy, but there are a lot of ways just to be healthier that you can incorporate exercise that don't involve you having to go to the gym. So exercise 101, right? It's moving the body. And this sounds stupid, right? But if you want to see progress, if you want to get healthier, lose weight, you have to take a good hard look on how much you're moving your body right now, right? So on a day, and whether it's you want to use like an Apple Watch type thing, or if you have a Fitbit or some kind of pedometer or whatever it is, doesn't matter, right? But whatever you're currently doing for daily activity now, you have to increase that, right? Your body wants to stay in a state of equilibrium. It doesn't want to change, right? Change is hard. So if I look at a basic example, right? If I know, okay, let's say we want to lose weight and I'm walking 10 minutes a day, right? Monday through Sunday, 10 minutes a day, which is awesome. That's great. If I want to lose weight though, right, I have to add more to that, right? I have to take what I'm currently doing for exercise and I have to add a little bit to that routine. Once you add a little bit to that routine, after a week or two goes by, okay, what result did I get? If I didn't get the result, I didn't add enough, right? Now, again, we're not talking nutrition here, just exercise. Like it's a whole nother topic of conversation. But that's the point, right? Is that you have to look at what you're currently doing and you have to up the ante a little bit. Within reason, obviously, right? I've talked to so many people who have never been to the gym in the first place, and if we go once a week, and all of a sudden they get the strong motivation, desire to, I just want to build muscle and lose weight. Now they're in the gym 5 days a week. All of a sudden, what happens like a month or two later? They burn out because it's too much. It's too much too soon. So we have to be realistic with how much you can put into your routine. You have to be, otherwise you will burn out. It's going to happen. The reason why I was successful with exercise in my early 20s was because playing sports in high school, that's kind of what you did. You had to exercise, right? So I was already exercising a lot. I was in the gym 2, 3 days a week. So that transition for me into the fitness competition world wasn't hard. But for people that haven't done a lot of exercise in their life, you can't go from 0 to 100 and expect to sustain that progress, that progression, right? You probably get results pretty quickly, but it's not going to be sustainable, right? So you have to really just, again, take a good hard look at what you're doing right now and say, hey, okay, I'm doing either nothing or I'm doing a walk 5 minutes a day or 10 minutes a day. What can I add in? What can you add in? But also, what do you want to add in that might be fun for you and exciting for you? A lot of people force themselves to go to the gym, which, yeah, there's some days you have to build that mental muscle and just get there. But I've talked to people in the past who like, I hate the gym. It's not my place, which is cool. You don't have to. What do you like doing? Maybe you do just like being out in nature. Okay, well, what options do you have to do that? Well, you can go for walks, for runs, for hikes, right? You got options, right? Again, what are you currently doing? Then, more so, what is like the big goal you have, right? Again, if your goal is to build a lot of lean muscle tissue, you kind of either have to have stuff at home or you have to go to the gym, right? Versus they say, hey, I just want to lose some weight. I just want to feel better. I just want to be healthier. Okay, awesome. What do you like to do? What's enjoyable for you for exercise? Answer those questions and then incorporate those things that you love to do. Because if you like doing them, you can make, obviously you can do harder hikes, right? You can walk faster, you can jog a little more, but do things that you liked and add to that versus doing something you hate. It never works, right? And you don't get those long-term sustainable results. So now I'll flip this a little bit and talk about the gym, right? So exercise 101 in the gym. How do you maximize gym time, right? When you're in the gym, the goal is not to be there for an hour. I'm in the gym at max these days, a half hour, right? I do a full body workout 3 days a week with another 2 days of kind of like auxiliary work, if you will. So I'm in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, which whoop-de-doo. But my bigger secret to success too, because if I was in the gym 5 days a week for only 25, 30 minutes, for what I want to do, that's not enough, right? As far as just maintaining health. But what I'm doing on the other days, every day, is I'm utilizing my little Apple Watch here. And I'm looking, okay, well, did I get my 30 minutes? Cool, I did, right? Or did I get my 14 hours as to whatever it is of standing per day? But I'm being active all throughout the day, every day, right? It's not just the gym. And that's where people sometimes go wrong too, is they think, well, I'm in the gym 3 days a week. That should be good enough. I should see progress. You'll see some, but if you're not doing anything the other days you're not in the gym, right? If you're just sitting in the office job and you're not getting any extra activity whatsoever, it's going to be really tough to see additional progress, right? So when you think of exercise, right, focus on just moving your body more is by far the biggest thing, right? Moving your body more. And if you're a gym goer, okay, I'm in the gym 3 days a week. That's great. But what am I doing the other days, right? That's insanely important. What do the other days look like for exercise? So think about those things, right? And that's what's going to help get you that long-term progress, right? That's what's help you see long-term progress is being real with yourself with what you're currently doing, adding in stuff you enjoy doing, right? And flip side of that, maybe you're not a big fan of going to the gym, but you do it because you do want to build muscle. Maybe the other days, okay, now I'm spending time in nature, or I'm going on those hikes, or you're doing other forms of activity you really enjoy doing, right? And that's how you really have long-term sustainability is you start with something that's really feasible for you to start with for exercise, start with stuff you enjoy doing, right? That you can do, progressively add in a little more week by week as the results come, but be real with yourself, right? If you have a super busy schedule, you're working 9 to 5 every single day, then you have kids at home and you have another side hustle, right? Don't tell yourself or don't allocate, I'm going to be in the gym 5 days a week, right? Start with 5 minutes a day, right? Do something outside of what you're currently doing and build on that. And that's going to help get you long-term sustainable results, right? If you're starting to force yourself to get to the gym or do exercise, or going from, again, 0 to 100 in a week, it's just not going to work. And I've done this for years upon years upon years. Again, I've helped thousands of people. It does not work, right? I know I have to laugh at myself too, because I have a coach as well. And, I coach for me, it's about life, right? It's like, you can think of Einstein's age-old quote, right? What's the definition of insanity? Is doing the same thing over again, expecting different results. So, I got to take a piece of the pie too here sometimes, and remember, if you don't do stuff differently, nothing is going to change, right? If you've over the past years, if you've started a new strength training program and you didn't really know how to do it, but you just went balls to the wall into it for the first month, and then you lost motivation and quit, what's going to be different now, right? Sure, life changes, but you have to approach a situation differently when it comes to anything in life, but also exercise, right? So that's kind of my take on that, right? So to recap, the video of exercise, big one, what do you want to achieve out of exercise? Well, I want to work out more because I want to lose 20 pounds, which is going to help me feel better, look better, be more confident, yada, yada, yada. Or I want to put on 5 or 10 pounds of muscle mass because I'll be stronger, I'll feel healthier, more confident. Cool. I want to start exercise because I just want to be healthy. I want to live a long, healthy life, whatever it might be, whatever your goal is, right? It doesn't matter, but have an idea what you want to get out of exercise. And then, okay, now I know what I want to do. How do I achieve that? What modalities do I have? If it's building muscle, do I have equipment at home, right? And you can do body weight stuff. That'll get you to a certain degree, right? But obviously calisthenics works great too to get something going, right? But if I want to build muscle, well, I probably have to know how to do body weight stuff. I need weights at home, or I need to go to a gym, right? If I'm just trying to lose a little bit extra weight and feel better, I don't need the gym for that, right? I have plenty of options. I can just walk more throughout the day. I can go for jogs. I can go on hikes, right? I can go to, I don't know, maybe there's like a cool fitness class you want to go to. It's still a gym-esque, or do yoga, right? Anything. But determine what your goal is, and okay, how do I achieve that goal? What ways do I need to achieve that? Once you figure that out, okay, based on my current schedule and I'm currently doing, what can I add into my current routine, right? What is feasible for me to do? Again, if you're busy every single day and maybe you only have like an hour and a half hour gap. Okay, well, leaving the office, going to the gym for 5 minutes and then coming back, it's probably going to create more stress. And let's be honest, 5 minutes is not enough in the gym to build muscle. It's just not. So again, you have to be realistic with your schedule, what you're able to add something in, and go from there, right? When you add something in, sometimes you're able to take something out that maybe wasn't as important. All of a sudden you're freeing up extra time, right? But no, add in what you can accomplish, right? And maybe that is just 5 minutes a day. If it is, that's okay. I used to have people do what is called a 5-minute action step. That 5-minute action step, if they weren't doing any exercise, was stretch for 5 minutes, walk for 5 minutes, jog for 5 minutes. Didn't matter what. Could have been anything, right? But point is, a lot of the people that did this, after a month's time, they did it every single day for 5 minutes. When I called them back a month later, all of a sudden they said, yeah, I just, on the weekends, I just, I started to do a half hour Saturday and Sunday because I had extra time. That happens, right? But start with something in your schedule you can accomplish, right? Once you do that, you're able to add in gradually as the weeks go. And that's what happens months and months or even years down the road. You started somewhere that you knew you could accomplish. You started with a goal you knew you could do, right? And the beautiful thing is you're able to sustain what you're currently doing, right? Because if you let's say you lose 50 pounds by doing X, Y, and Z thing, if you stop doing all the things you did to lose the weight, what do you think is going to happen? Probably take a guess what's going to happen, right? Right now, if I stop doing my gym stuff and my other weekly activity, I'm going to lose my muscle mass. I'm going to start to probably lose weight, and not healthy weight, not weight that I want to lose, but I'm going to lose my muscle mass if I stop doing what I'm doing, right? So that's why it's important to start with what you can do, build on that, right? Versus starting with something that's like, oh, shit, like this is going to totally F up my entire week if I do this, but I need to do it because I got to lose weight now. Doesn't work, right? Start with what you can do, build on that. And as the months and months go, you're going to all of a sudden realize I have this weekly, daily habit of moving my body and being active. I've seen great progress. And you know what? I don't feel like I'm overstressing myself, right? This has become a part of my life and it's important to me. So Hope that's helpful. As always, Flying Health Coach coming at you on a Wednesday afternoon. Exercise 101. Again, I know this video didn't talk about sets, reps, strength training concepts, periodization, split workouts, right? But can't really talk about that, and you'd like show it. Again, I will have a program coming out at some point. I don't have a name for it yet, but there's 3 concepts: mental, spiritual, and physical. Workout program in there. There's some research articles of like why these things are important. So look for that some down the road when I finish it. But as always, hope these videos help you think differently. And we'll see you soon. Peace and cheers as always. I don't know why I did that twice. So stupid.